A Perfect Mistake, Chapter 10 Observations. Tuesday morning, I wake up before everyone else, which never happens. It took so long to fall asleep that I feel like I never really slept at all. Every time I closed my eyes, I was in the woods again, branches scratching my face, leaves slipping under my feet, heart pounding. My head aches and my eyes are full of grit. I sit up, groaning into the morning sunlight. The house is quiet. The coffee maker hasn't clicked on downstairs yet, but a high pitched mechanical whine is coming from outside. I lift my window shade. Cal's in the super van doing something, so I grab a cold Pop Tart, throw my sneakers on over my pajama pants, and go out. The whine gets louder as I walk to the front curb. It sounds like the time Dad ran over our garden hose with the lawnmower. In 2 seconds, there was bright green plastic all over the lawn. This happened a few years ago, but Mom still warns Dad to put the hose up every single time he goes outside to mow. The super van's rear doors are open. As I walk around them, a board appears and slides towards me. It's moving fast and vibrating all over. Cal is on the other end, pushing the board through a machine, but when I try to grab the board to help, he hops out of the van and catches it himself. As soon as the board is finished going through the machine, the whining stops. "Hey, bud," Cal half shouts. "Did I wake you?" "No, I couldn't sleep." "Me either." He props the board against the van door and grabs a pair of gloves and safety glasses off the counter. "Here, put these on for me, okay?" I put them on. "What is that machine?" I shout over the whir of the motor. "A planer," he yells back. "Watch." He grabs another board from the stack on the van's floor, carries it to the other side of the machine, and feeds the end of the board into a narrow slot. As the board goes through the machine, the whine kicks up again. The end of the board that appears on my side is brighter, more yellow-white than grayish-white, like the top surface of the wood has been peeled away. This time, when I reach for the board, Cal gives me a thumbs up. I catch the end of the wood and hold on, but it's vibrating so much my fingers go numb. "Hold it level," Cal shouts, and I lift my end off the board a little bit more until it passes all the way through the machine and the whining stops. Cal hops down to check it out. "That's what I'm talking about." He runs a palm over the wood. "Smooth as a whistle. Yeah, buddy. Teamwork makes the dream work." I can't help laughing. For someone I don't know very well, Cal sure makes me laugh a lot. I kind of wish he had been around the last few years. "Have you always liked wood?" I asked. "Well, I wouldn't say I like wood. I mean building things." "Yeah." He props the board against the previous one. "I was always really into Lego, but by your age, I liked building RC cars and modifying engines, that kind of stuff." "Why'd you switch to wood?" "There's this thing called money." I pretend to turn and leave. "Whoa, whoa, whoa," Cal says, laughing. "I'm just kidding. Stay, Max, please." I turn back. He leans against the van's platform, his arms crossed. "Okay, seriously?" "Seriously." "Building with wood is like excavating a fossil," Cal says. "What the wood wants to be is already in there. You just have to get the other stuff out of the way. You have to find the heart that's hidden inside. If you do that, you can end up with something pretty special." I imagine carving into a hunk of wood and accidentally breaking it. "What if you mess up?" He shrugs. "You gotta make bad art to make good art. Now, you gonna help me with the rest of these boards or what?" We plane wood until my arms turn to noodles. We're nearing the end of the pile when my phone alarm goes off. Today is the last day to do my writer's notebook assignment before school tomorrow. "Ohio." I take off. "Where are you going?" Call calls after me. "Homework," I shout back. Inside, I check the launch pad and my book bag, but I can't find my writer's notebook. I'm searching under my bed when I hear a noise from the office. "Do you know where my writer's notebook is?" I ask, expecting to find Mom in there. Instead, it's Dad. He wipes his eyes and spins to face me. "Oh, hey, Max. I was just getting ready for my meeting tomorrow." His computer screen faces the door, and I could see a picture of the Twin Towers open on his desktop. I realize what day it is. "It's 9/11, I say. "Yes," he says. "Just thinking about some friends." He plasters a smile on his face and puts a hand on my shoulder. "School okay so far? No one's giving you a hard time, right?" Dad knows all about being tall in 6th grade because it happened to him too. He knows how to get over it. He's the rubber guy. I wish I was too. School's great, I say. Good, he says. Now, let's go find that notebook. For our writer's notebook assignment, we're supposed to write about something we observed in the world, like how people act or how something works. We can even make lists. They don't have to be sentences. While Cal planes wood, I sit in the passenger seat to work. The sound of the planer is kind of nice. The white noise drowns out all the other channels so I can focus, like when I listen to music. I open my notebook and start listing observations, only it's more fun to draw them. I make a bunch of boxes and draw all the stuff in Cal's van. Gum wrappers, one lonely blue sock, a stack of round discs that play music in the van's ancient stereo system. I'm filling up pages so fast I might need another writer's notebook before the school year is out. Observation. Cal's supervan is like a museum of his life. I look in the busted glove box and draw the stack of manuals and parking tickets. A receipt for gas from Plano, Texas. Beneath that, a photograph of a blonde woman next to a guy in flip-flops. Her arm is wrapped around him, but his face is cut out. It's got to be Cal, but I've never seen her before. Someone raps on the passenger door, and I shove the photo back into the glove box. It's not Cal peering at me, though. It's Samantha Bovella. You're good, she says, pointing at my drawings. My face flushes hot. That's one of the other things about having ADHD. When I'm really interested in something, I go into this state called hyperfocus. I can work for hours and not even notice it. This happens when I play video games and when I draw, but I can't do it on purpose. Hyperfocus just kind of happens to me. I shut my notebook. What are you doing here? We're going to the roundhouse, remember? Luca gave me a ride. I look through the supervan's windshield. Luca Bovella is walking up to Joey's house. His midnight blue Jetta is parked at the curb, just like it was the night we went over to Joey's. A chill crawls over my skin. So, Samantha says, are we going or what? The last thing I want is to go back to the roundhouse. I feel sick just thinking about it, but maybe the truth is hidden, like the shapes in the wood. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, we're going. I climb out of the van and walk back to where Cal is lovingly sorting his freshly planed boards. Hey, Cal, can you do me a favor? Sure, man, what's up? He looks over at me and sees Samantha. Oh, hello there. She smiles. Hi. I'm going to the res with Samantha for a little while. Sam, she says. Only my mother calls me Samantha. Cal laughs and my face goes hot. Anyway, I don't want Mom to freak out about us going there. Won't be long. Can you cover for me? Sure, he nods. I can do that. I turn to leave with Samantha. Sam. Hey, Max, Cal calls after me. I look back. He points at me with both hands. Don't do anything I would do, okay?